Brilliance Audio presents United States, Essays, 1952 to 1992, by Gore Vidal. Performed by Jeff Cummings. Any discussion of the novel nowadays soon strikes the pessimistic note. It is agreed, for instance, that there are among us no novelists of sufficient importance to act as touchstones for useful judgment. There is Faulkner, and there is Hemingway, and that completes the list of near misses. The others, poor lost legions, all drowned in the culture's soft buzz and murmur. We have embarked upon empire, Rome born again our heavy fate, without a Virgil in the crew, only tarnished silver writers in a bright uranium age, perfunctorily divided by editorialists between the affirmative and good, and the negative and bad. Only cultural researchers, wandering lonely as a crowd, and high critics merit serious attention. From the little red schoolhouse to the library at Alexandria in one generation is the heartening success story of American letters. Apologists, secret lovers of the novel, few but tender, surveying the seasonal flood of first novels of promise, the smaller wave of second novels of no promise, and finally, most poignant of all, those minuscule ripples which continue so perversely to assault an indifferent shore. These apologists have noted a spiritual ergot in our country's air, which causes good writers to abort young, while, tributary to this new myth, lingers the old conviction that American life, even now, lacks the class tensions, the subtle play of manners. Hialeah, but no Ascot, the requisite amount of history to make even a small literature. That from Levittown no art may come is still an important critical thesis. One senses, too, in academic dialogues and explications, the unstated burden of the discussion that, at last, all the novels are in. The term is over, the canon assembled, if not ordered, the door to the library firmly shut to the irrelevance of new attempts. More ominous, however, than the loss of the higher criticism has been the gradual defection of the public itself. After some 300 years, the novel in English has lost the general reader, or rather the general reader has lost the novel, and I propose that he will not again recover his old enthusiasm. The fault, if it be a fault, is not the novelists. I doubt if there ever have been so many interesting and excellent writers as there are now working, but of the audience, an unpleasant accusation to make in a democracy where, ultimately, the taste of the majority is the measure of all things. Nevertheless, appalling education, combined with clever new toys, has distracted that large public which found pleasure in prose fictions. In an odd way, our civilization has now come full circle, from the Greek mysteries and plays to the printing press and the novel, to television and plays again. The audience has returned to the play, and it is now clear that the novel, despite its glories, was only surrogate for the drama, which, confined till this era to theaters, was not generally accessible. With television, 10 new live plays a week from such an awful abundance, a dramatic renaissance must come. The great audience now has the immediacy it has always craved, the picture which moves and talks, the story experienced, not reported. In refutation, it may indeed be argued that the large sales of paperback books, both good and bad, are proof that there are millions out there in the dark, hungering for literature. But though it is true that all those books must go somewhere, I suggest that their public is not a serious one, that it is simply pursuing secret vices from one bright cover picture to another, consuming, not reading. Yet, all in all, this state of affairs, though disheartening, is by no means tragic. For one thing, those novelists whose interests are in polemic or mere narrative will doubtless join the new establishment and write plays. Adventure stories, exotic voyages, superficial histories, All the familiar accoutrements of the popular novel are now the scenarists by right of conquest. The novel is left only the best things, that exploration of the inner world's divisions and distinctions where no camera may follow, the private, the necessary pursuit of the whole which makes the novel, at its highest, the humane art that Lawrence called the one bright book of life. To strike an optimistic note, if faintly, it may well be that, with unpopularity, the meretricious and the ordinary will desert entirely, leaving only the devoted lashed to the mast. But now the tide is in. The course is set. The charts are explicit, for we are not the first to make the voyage out. The poets long ago preceded us into exile, and one can observe them up ahead, arms outstretched to greet the old enemy, their new companions at the edge of the known world.